13 minutes past midday on your best mix of music, 98.4 Capital FM. Welcome to Football Sunday, and you're with me, DJ Schwaz, and I am alongside Wanyika, Blaze, Tim, and Babs, and our very own Cedric Gitura, of course, who, as every Sunday, rushes to church, and by 11, he's clearly scheduled to listen to Football Sunday. Has said, by the way, he's not surprised because he knew, being an Arsenal fan, like United was going to be great anyway, you know. And as for him, it's ni mambo ya kawaida, and he says salimia Team and Babs. So my guys, mmepokea salamu?
Salamu zimefika.
Kama Waluya mnasema kwa microphone ndio anajua.
Salamu imefika hadi.
Very nice, very nice, very
nice. Cedric.
So we were talking about the Aston Villa rise that has been under the radar, and it's with us here now. And like I said, every other person who has an ambition to get to top 4 has to report to them now, because Tottenham have to play them, and with the form that Tottenham is in at the moment, kuna kizungumkuti hapo. And then of course, United also have to play them, although United will be at home, but United is a whole other problem. And that's it. And by the way, also in that caliber of fixtures, Spurs still have to play Liverpool.
Bournemouth. Talking of Aston Villa, Oli Watkins has the most goals this year.
Yes, now he's overtaken Marcus Rashford.
Most goals and assists still him.
Yeah.
Most clean sheets,
Aston Villa.
And most points won this year,
Aston Villa. So if the log was to start in January, they'd be number 1. They have the best form, then Arsenal, and then the big City. City and then Arsenal. No, Arsenal, then City. If I think about it, because even me as a United fan, I don't want to watch today's game because for everything that happened yesterday. So now, I'm sure you guys watched the goal by Oli Watkins. I think the second goal has to be the second goal, right?
Yeah.
The one he wrestles with the defender and scores. That's the second. Is that the first or the second? That's the second goal for Aston Villa, but it's his first goal. And then there's a guy who's called Wout van Weghorst, Rafiki Babs. Similar situation with actually an option to pass, but pass to the wrong guy. Guys, where do we start?
I feel like it's just been a circus, because
you have no words.
Explaining how you just do that, like, those are basics, you know? Like, kuna vitu hufai kufanya. By the time you decide to become a footballer, you need to know the basics of football. So, making such a mistake.
Is it not knowing the basics of football, or is just a stage above his pay grade?
Well, of course, si ni mtu akushikilia, so of course hajatosha mboga. Ako tu hapo tu kushikilia masa till we get the right people.
But I think he's done worse than kushikilia, if you ask me.
I think it's just
What's his biggest contribution that you can remember or you can tell? Wewe karibia utuambie pia wewe.
Si nikupasia tu watu si wake. There's nothing really to account for his being.
Babs, system? You said it's system, it's how the coach wants to play, it's reward.
Yes.
How long can you excuse it?
I mean, no, tu tuko sawa. It's no. Because with the personnel we have, we are where we should be, somewhere there. We can't be. We're gonna dream big. I remember I was telling you this. But the Giants woke up, so kuna difference in class. So I just think tuko hapo tu tunafaa kuwa around the Newcastles and the Spurs for what we have so far. So I think tuko sawa.
Mi sioni tuko sawa, because there is no way we are depending on specific people to become top 4. You know, like right now we are tuko nyuma, because right now we don't have personnel, and that's what is going to hurt because we know when Rashford is not there, everything just looks, meh. Say we don't even have a defense. Tuko hapo tu sasa tunaenda kutegemea kina Maguire, the Fulham just feel as in what it's just pathetic knowing that we could get quality players but we don't get them, then we end up getting hurt because our quality players are not there. I get all.
But apart from Vegas, I don't think there's yeah, because that's what you could sign in January. Honestly, going out there and getting the best quality in January, especially in a striker, is a bit too hard. I can give him for that.
What other guy? There was a guy who was actually better than him.
Randall Kolomwani.
Hiyo ilikuwa ngumu pia tu kutafuta.
Hata mimi sikuwa namtaka because he didn't score the final goal against Argentina, but I regret now. Let's put it into perspective, like you have said. Now, United do not have their best players on the pitch, and this is in hierarchy because the others will be on the pitch today. In defense, of course, Varane is out injured. Martinez is done for the season. We are not too sure if Shaw will be available for today. We are not too sure if Lindelof will be available today. And further up front, of course, Marcus Rashford is out. Let's also say that for the season.
No.
Phil Jones Day, by the way.
Square.
If he's registered in the 25, he plays today.
The last time he played, but he played good.
Exactly. Because what do you do? Because Bai is in Marseille fighting people. And so what's your next option? Is Tuanzebe still in the squad?
No, Tuanzebe he went to another team.
On loan, yes. I think should be Stoke, I think. United are in problems today.
In January you should have bought him and you should have brought back Diallo. Because in Sunderland he's doing bits.
I just feel like because of the emergence of Garnacho, who is also injured, and Pelestri, you give him another half a season so that he matures away on loan, and then you see what options you can have, of course, next season.
What was the reason of signing that guy, Van Ghost?
We
needed a striker because Martial was injured.
Yeah,
Is it because he went head to head with Messi in an argument?
No, Ile by the way is proper, what's it called? It's proper, is it nepotism? Kujuana too. You're the one who said it. Somebody said it. The only reason Vegas is in that team is because he can speak Dutch.
Yeah, I think
Babs is the one who said it.
Yeah.
The only reason he's in that team is because he can speak Dutch and they can communicate with ETH. Now, looking at results yesterday, Newcastle dropped points, Spurs dropped points. So United today need to take advantage and have a breather. But knowing United, today United want to do the most United things.
But I feel like Ten Hag has not been tested like this before. So I feel like this is the time where we'll actually see if he's actually the perfect man for United, because he doesn't have key players. He's not gone through this whole circus. I don't think he expected to have so many injuries all of a sudden and to be in this situation. So if he actually gets through today, then actually he'll be just the perfect fit for United, like, on a very long-term basis. So I feel like today is the day we actually see his prowess in coaching.
Babs, your thoughts today?
I don't have faith that team. I don't have faith. And as much as
At least you're not even that team.
yeah,
Faith.
like if I kept on telling these guys, you see the teams that are battling relegation,
Yes.
those are the deadliest teams, and clearly you could see that yesterday with how the results went. So even this Nottingham, plus we are away.
Yeah.
So it's a deadly test. It's a deadly test.
And
I think the best scenario we could get right now is a draw. I think that's the best scenario we could get from Forest today.
a draw.
A draw. Because
Wow.
the way our team is shaped up, like, we don't have defenders. And we just, we have our captain.
Be a bit positive because Nani is back. Casemiro is back today to play a league game. If he doesn't get another card.
It's cool, but you see, thing is, you don't lose games if you don't concede. And clearly, right now we don't have a defense. So I think we'll concede. And going forward, at least we have Marshall, but I still think a draw for me, best scenario.
Oh, me? I saw what Forest did to Liverpool at whatever, what's the name of it? City Stadium or something. going by how Manchester United are playing and the injuries and everything, I wouldn't be surprised if Nottingham get something out of that game. But still, I'd expect United to walk away with the win.
Yeah, because I see a scenario where Casemiro will play in defense
Yeah,
with Maguire and someone else will play in midfield.
as much as there's injury problems, I think United still have higher quality and enough to beat Nottingham. Because Nottingham are still in 6s and 7s themselves.
with their 20 new players.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd expect a United win that.
Timo?
Mm,
You're not interested.
I think United will win.
Amen.
Solely based for one specific reason. I've seen United. Remember that photo of Zlatan, Diallo playing against Liverpool?
Yes.
They were all injured,
Yeah.
but we managed to get something from that team. Solely on that, I think he will win.
Okay. Just
Because
banking but that photo has done so many rounds.
Hey,
I think you guys can handle when the pressure is there. I think is the time you perform best.
False hope, Timo.
It is the same.
They will still get
False hope.
Yeah, but like the turnaround from Babs in under 7 days is
No, it's because of our
completely-
injuries. Like if you had like Martinez and Varane there and Casemiro and Eriksen are back, definitely give us Man City.
But like he says, like Blaise says, still you should have the quality. The problem now is next week when you play Brighton, because even in that game Maguire is suspended. Now you have no defenders completely.
Which way is Maguire?
He's
FA.
he's suspended for a card he got in the previous game, so he's not eligible to play that one.
Phil Jones.
And who? Because if Lindelof is also not fit by then.
That's where I don't know. We'll just have to make
Casemiro will
sure.
just be there.
Injury assuring you.
Either
No, he's
case.
supposed to come back today.
He possibly he should return today. And if he returns today, I think he slots in centre back with Maguire and then
Sabitzer can play there because he's played there for Bayern before.
anacheza kila mahali.
But he's played defense for
Yeah,
Bayern.
he's a
before,
number
so
10, he's a number 8.
Yeah.
Now today he's supposed to
That's
play
why he
offense.
said-
Anashuka tu hivi,
Anyway, when we come back, we look at the title chart because Arsenal go take to the field today, and like we said, we want to see how it goes. I know it's at West Ham and it's a London derby, but I just know the inevitable will just happen. Anyway, each and every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. Every evening, you need to be tuned in because the big man, the great man, the myth, the legend himself, John Sibiokumu, is always on air with every fact that you need to know about what is our society, what is our politics. So make a point each and every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. For John Sibiokumu. Get there, get the facts straight, and just be educated where maybe you did not have the facts correct. And speaking of that, I can see Wanyika, your hair is looking good and all that. We know that's credit to Ashanti Q.
Yes, you remember you got it.
Exactly. So for all that African hair that is very unpredictable and all that, just make your hair to look very good and very nice. Get it to any store and get your Ashanti Q and get your hair looking nice and clean. As a whole of 27 minutes past midday, Football Sunday.
His toilet cleaner is even toilets something to sing about. Comes in 6 ranges.
Leo
Almond, ocean, citrus, fruity, and fresh. The
Na every other time
Cleaning your toilet beautifully clean and fresh.
ama amechange kitu huwa nakoroga kabisa, like yeye na Pep do the same, wana overthink na wana overthink. thinks those two teams you can count on them to give you a result. Never.
I'm trying to feel like we're coming to the tail end of the league, and these guys are battling relegation. So they're number like 15, I think, or to the
15.
end than the top. I don't think it's just going to be a smooth run. They are going to, of course, give something into the game.
No, of
They
course,
know that.
they will give a fight, because also this is a London derby, and like we have said, local rivals and all that. Every other person, different agendas, battle for relegation, on driver's seat to win the league. But I don't think it will be a hurdle that Arsenal can't cross. That's how low I rate West Ham.
This season.
Yeah.
This is Master versus Nani.
Oh, by
Master
the way.
versus Chelsea. I don't think this will be a hard game for Arsenal, because West Ham played game Tuesday. In fact, Nani Okumu played.
Okumu, yeah,
And,
had a very good game, by the way.
yeah.
But all those people on Twitter who were, sometimes Kenyans were just our own problem. Like we hate ourselves. That debate between Okumu pocketed Antonio and another one saying he was poor and all that. How just you enjoy watching one of your own first, and then we'll talk about it later.
Even if he has a crap game, when you mark it.
Just support him. Just support the boy. Like sometimes we just don't like. Thank you, Timo, for reminding me, because I saw that thing and I was like, why are Kenyans like this? Like
There's no need for it.
we don't have so many of those that we watch on Wednesday, Thursday nights.
When you get the chance.
When you get the chance, support your boy. Like, just be proud. He'll play in the London Stadium next week. Proud of him. If anything, all of you next week should make a point of watching that game.
West Ham,
Forget the Sevilla game, forget the Juventus game. Make a point of watching that game and support your own. That's how it works. Like, just a study nanzanga hapo yanzi na story mingi. Like, stop this thing of he's one of our own. Anyway, back to West Ham.
I also don't think it would be easy, but Arsenal, again, what we say every week, questions asked, questions answered, and that result against Liverpool, I don't think will have like a long-term effect on Arsenal, even coming into this game.
But sorry to cut you short. But on that point, that's why the question is asked, because from what happened last week, it's the mentality of how do you go on and get a response, because it's a London derby, and of course there will be a bit of nerves, and we expect Arsenal to get over the line. But like Timo said, it's the mentality of what happened last week. If it carries over to this week, then we start seeing cracks that are Arsenal. And like Bob said, they don't play a whole lot of football, and every other team that is on momentum and playing every single other day, every 2-3 days, is a bit dangerous to face for a laxity of 1 week.
Okay. But I'd still give Arsenal a win.
Plus, Nketiah is back, so that's an added
Wait,
advantage.
what?
You need him, but it is true.
Nketiah was the top scorer for a while.
Yeah,
So-
but
Yeah.
they were enjoying it because every other person was on form. But one-on-one as a player, I don't rate him.
Then there's a question of William Saliba.
He's still out.
No, they're okay with
Rob Holding.
yeah,
Holding an Ashke, yeah.
literally. But it's for them. It's a miss of what he comes with in terms of his skill set and how he plays his football. But it's not a bad fit in what they have in Rob Holding. It's not a whole, just like the United way. For them it's just feel and continue. He might not be as good in long range passes and how he reads his football, but in terms of how he does his defending, Arsene Wenger wasn't way too bad. He's been like, with all these changes that have happened at Arsenal, I'm a backy, so he has something to prove. On Monday night, just a small matter of Leeds and Liverpool.
Small matter.
A small matter. That by the way, that result, I do not know where it affects the table, but it's equal.
Iko tu hapo.
Surely you should beat Leeds. It would
How
go
many
any-
times have we said that this season? Surely you should beat Nottingham. Surely you should beat what was it, Southampton or Bournemouth. Surely you should beat Leeds. In fact,
Usually Leeds
Leeds
kuwasumbua.
Leeds beat us in the first leg at Anfield. so you should only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy with cornrows.
Sinistera.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not a given, and it's Elland Road.
The game is at Elland Road.
Yeah.
And
This team,
they don't like you.
this team crumbled against Bournemouth at Vitality Stadium, a 12,000-seater stadium. What will happen when you go to Elland Road and you concede a goal first?
It's the passion for me on
But
how
if
you
you
say.
consider goal first,
Uh-huh.
we will win that match.
But it's
So how does that mathematics happen to me? Help me understand. So how do you play football knowing that we need to concede to win the game?
exactly.
Win the game?
We need to heal. Like,
I don't know,
But it seems to work.
that's our tactic.
That's
This
your
is-
tactic.
But there's the thing of we came back against Arsenal because I think Anfield played a huge part.
Of course.
A huge part in that. So this is a totally different setting. Are the players going to be motivated enough? Like, let's say they go down. Are they going to be motivated enough to come back and get a result against Liverpool?
I never knew I'd
Exactly.
see this day.
But Liverpool win all day long.
If Klopp plays Nani as a midfield, I think that's
Who?
the only way we win. Trent.
Yeah.
And Thiago has to start.
Yeah, maybe it's Fabinho and TA as number 6, have 3 defenders, and Alcantara and someone else to help him there. Maybe Curtis Jones, Ama Elliott, someone. Alafu, someone that has to start is Nunes. I prefer Nunes to start over Jota.
Now, with all your problems in midfield, you have to go out there and get a midfielder. It's no secret. And every other person in the world knows if you want Jude Bellingham, you'll have to pay a sum of starting from 100 kuendelea. What is that thing I saw people, Liverpool saying, oh, we've checked out because we're not going to pay 100 million for a player? Which decent midfielder will you get for less that amount?
That's poor planning. Everyone knew. We basically compromised 2 seasons, 3 seasons. We've decided not to buy in midfielders in the hopes that, for lack of a better word, nachanga pesa kununua jamaa. Which shouldn't be the case because Liverpool, with the kind of revenue Liverpool generates and the TV deals, and you're supposed to comfortably at this point afford such a player. And the fact that you haven't spent in 2-3 seasons on midfielders, when it gets to crunch time, you can't come again and tell
And
us.
the whole world knows you need midfielders.
Exactly. Bro, there was edits of Bellingham in a Liverpool shirt with a number 8. And then this is how FSG decide, you know what, we are not going to.
probably the problem is even deeper than the money. I feel like there's just something going on that.
Ni wewe wacha pesa wanatengeneza.
With the FSG, there's always something.
Pesa wanatengeneza. Let's be honest.
Say that they want to sell the club, or maybe now they want to sell like a few shares.
But
With
still
the
remain
FSG,
in
there's
control.
always something.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but for them, it's then investments and money, not exactly what's happening on the pitch. If we're looking at world football and the caliber of players we expect Liverpool to sign, which decent midfielder goes for less than 100? Even in the Premier League alone, if we start, Caicedo,
Yeah, upwards of 50 million.
I think it's at 80 something.
he was being forked around for 80 in January. Surely he won't go for less than that in at the end of the season. Declan Rice?
I don't think we need Declan Rice.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we just look at
Other
other
midfielders.
midfielders, like in terms of
You
who is
can't
out
get
there,
someone who's cheap.
Amrabat, got something cheaper.
but for how much? Not anything less than 50.
50 is fine.
No, the thing is, with the state of current football, you have to
You
spend.
have to spend.
You
You
have
have
to
to
spend.
And
That's-
Timo, by that will be tricky because, like I said, every other person knows you need a midfielder. Look at United. Every other day when they're looking for a midfielder or a winger, they're always overpriced because every other person knows they need, and they have the money. You have to pay.
Liverpool, on the contrary, don't function well with big money signings.
They actually do.
Like,
Your goalkeeper,
and
VVD.
compare them with the other guys.
No, but yes, but
Robertson,
no, yes. If-
Lucho.
Actually, look at it this way. for all
Even
those
Salah.
for all those nice pieces you made in Salah, Mane, Robertson, and all that, for it to be a complete jigsaw, you had to go back to the pocket and fork the biggest amounts of money at that time to make it full. Sindio? Because you bought a keeper. Who came first? Is it the keeper or the defender? You went and bought the defender, and then when questions were asked, now you had to buy a keeper. You get? And then this other good bit of business went on with buying Pole until you made a mistake with Darwin, who I think next season will be okay. But now, again, you're being asked questions. You have to buy the most expensive while filling in with the best of. So at least for one player, you'll have to overpay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. But Liverpool should start first by making a strategy for next season. That strategy, that the technical bit, maybe the formation that will play. Like I was telling in the podcast, I prefer we sell Robertson, sign a defending left back, play with 3 defenders, and
then
have
in
TA
inverted.
and maybe Caicedo, someone to play as 6, then build from there. That's the only way we will work. Start with the formation that we play next season, sign based on that. But if we just decide,
To buy players who are remedying the current formation we have, then it doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, so tomorrow, 10 p.m. Kenyan time, what's the result as midnight?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1.
2-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Surely Liverpool should win. 3-0 Liverpool. When we come back, we look at why people are fighting and why lips are swollen and all those kind of things. I thought it was all love. But anyway, it's a weekend. You need to smell fresh. You need to have a good look out there. And as you chill, as you relax, please just get your Amara shower gel. Pamper yourself, have a good shower, a good rest in the afternoon. If you're gonna walk out and watch the game in different locations, just smell nice, because that's what Amara shower gel is there for you. And because it's a weekend and we're doing usafi and all that, get out there, have your S disinfectant, clean your cupboards, your tabletops, your floors and kitchen counters, and just have a good clean house, because cleanliness is next to godliness. When we come back, we go abroad and look at other leagues.
Radioactive with So Soft. Leave your clothes feeling nice and soft with every So Soft wash. So Soft, tender loving care. Radioactive every weekday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. for your best mix of music right here on Capital FM. Radioactive with So Soft. Leave your clothes feeling nice and soft with every So Soft wash. So Soft, tender loving care.
It's the 5th season of Mindfulness Music and More with me, Shalini Bala Lucas, and my co-host, Mugambi Lucas. And this week, we are in conversation with Sydney Chahonio, who tells us what it feels like to beat cancer and about the organization Hope for Cancer Kids Kenya. Join us this Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Capital FM.
Mindfulness, music, and more with co-host Shalini Bala Lucas and Mungami and Thinga on 98.4 Capital FM in association with bonga.or.ke. Also available as a podcast on SoundCloud. DJ Schwaz, Mambo
wacha nikuli kutoka kwenye neck mpaka kwa hips. Si kila saa ni cha ku-undress, si ati kila saa ni cha ku-caress, si ati kila saa ni mambo ya sex. Si lazima, si lazima. Najua baby wewe unataka, pia mimi nataka kuoga nataka, lakini leo manze mimi sijisikii. Hata mimi manze kichwa kinauma, tumbo pia nasikia kisokota, na kuna venye nasikia kukokota. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tunatenda home na tutu. Atisikia kokota, ngota kwanza mvue hii mbota. Si lazima tutu, tunaweza enda jake tukachili tu. Na huku mina jitu kwa kona, nikikucheki tu kazi jiskito, tunaweza bonga. Wanasema kama ndio za kutosha, nikiangalia trout hivi nimetokwa. Tuko story yako weisha kwa ngodha, itakuwa ndio story zikatika. Hivi tunacheki tuanze ikiisha, kwanza mimi nimevaa zinamaliza. Nataka kugusa lakini jostaki, nataka kulala jopusha kwa shati. Tena choki baba sina bahati. Tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tutu. Si lazima tutu, tunatenda home na tutu.
As of 7 minutes to 1 p.m. on your best mix of music, 98.4 Capital FM. This is Football Sunday, and you're with me, DJ Schwaz, and I am with Wanyika, Babs, Team, and Blaze. And we've been looking at every other thing that is football, and we are almost coming to an end. Now, Man City completely destroyed Bayern Munich over the week. And then, just as it is, every other player will have a disagreement with another one, and it goes on every other day. And then Sadio Mane decided enough with Leroy Sané and went ahead and did the thing.
Perspective ni muhimu sana. Don't call people names. Don't call people names.
Especially when we're of the same color. Don't forget, like Daisy says, black, white, whatever your skin color looks like, still, yeah, that one.
The irony is, Sané's father and Mane, if they took photos of each other, if the people took photos of them both, they look similar.
Yeah, Sané has roots from Senegal.
Yeah, I'm saying his dad is darker than Mane.
You actually managed to got a word to say it. That's exactly what it is. His dad is darker than Mane. So
where is the name coming from? It's the whiteness, the German in him.
See, it's the German in him. He's forgotten where he comes from, and that's why I said white dark, grey dark, still dark, like Jay-Z says. So I think
I just think it's not even about the name calling and as such. It was an intense game, and there's adrenaline.
Yeah, there's adrenaline. There has to be bursts up. Yeah.
Somehow, Sané was somehow selfish in that game because he had so many opportunities. So it's just that it's football and it happens to teammates. People fight, but at the end of the day, mtarudi tu pale and you'll still practice together. So I think it was something that it's in the heat of the moment.
So Sadio Mane had to apologize to the whole team, and of course I think he's facing a suspension of some sort, and all that. One game. But just to say it from where I sit, sometimes a bit of violence is needed against racism. I'm not advocating for it, but sometimes you need to be checked. Kidogo.
It's the only solution.
You know, the reason why I'm saying that is because Juve were banned for that one game where that stand where Lukaku was racially abused was supposed to be closed. They went back, they appealed, and we all know the story. The stand is open.
Imagine it's just unfortunate, but that's where we're at. At least he stood his ground and he did what he felt was right for him to do. Repercussions will come later, but as long as you're at peace with what you did, come on, just do it.
Yeah, Lukaku does not play the next game, the second leg because he was red carded, and yeah.
But Sunday should also face repercussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that that is not even talked about
No, yeah.
should
What
be the center of this discussion.
yeah, what Mane did is against code of conduct of
Yeah,
what
it's wrong.
the football stands for and the club stands for. But let's also not forget that this other person also is out of line.
No matter what kind of adrenaline you have, the fact that you have to go to racism, of all abuses you could use, calling someone a black is not, it says more about Sunny than it says more about Sunny.
Or it says more about, sorry to say, the club itself.
Have you seen their logo? You know the evolution of the band logo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. Anyway, yesterday there was a bit of a mess. Did Dortmund end up winning?
No.
He left the game at 3-3.
Yeah. 3-3.
That's how it ended. And Bayern won.
No. Drew. 1-1.
Draw. So how is that mathematics, Apple?
I think still Bayern are ahead. I think like 3 points if I'm not wrong.
No, BVB were ahead.
No, Bayern took the lead. Because I think there's a game where Dortmund walikoroga pia
Walicheza pamoja.
Oh yeah, they beat them.
Yeah,
They beat them.
Yeah.
So how is TT getting this one? Is it a bit hard? What's going on? Because there's the 3-0 drubbing, and then there's the fact that we are in the Bundesliga. He seems like out of sorts. He's already out of another cup, the DFB Pokal.
But again, it's such a short window. I don't think there's much that he can do to change in terms of having the players to buy into whatever he's doing. It's more or less remnants of what Nagelsmann was doing. So I don't think he has the time to take out whatever, for lack of a better word, kutoa kenye unlearn kenye hao kenye Nagelsmann amefundisha them. Impacting new things on the players. It's such a short time to do it because there's few games. The season is coming to an end. They're close to it. They're close to finishing the season. So it's a matter of patchwork and thinking of like next season probably if it goes on.
So two things as we finish. Babs, you said tournament football is all about moments, and you are totally right. So Napoli, AC Milan, second leg.
AC Milan, of course.
AC Milan, of course.
Yeah.
Pedigree.
AC Milan, of course.
Timo,
Mimi niko na watu wangu.
unakufa na jazi yako.
Naples, here we come.
Oluwani, whatever his other name is fit for that game. You were saying they have no strikers. Now he's back.
Yeah, but Kim Min-jae at the back.
Not available, and Zambo
Angisa.
Dombolo will play. And before we wrap up, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in today. And just for 2 seconds, the two of you talk about Triaside. You tell us about the podcast. Tell us where we can find it.
Triaside is a podcast where I and Tim and you, Shawaz, and we incorporated Blaze. Last month we had since it was International Women's Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we featured our beautiful ladies here. Waka to Bebe podcast, and it's just about banter and a whole lot of time. So it's a fun thing. We are inviting guys. We have guests coming up, scheduled, and if you want to be on the podcast, hit us up.
Yeah. Timo, where do we find it?
In SoundCloud and Spotify. Triaside, as always.
So guys, for more of this, if you enjoyed today and you want to listen to more of it, we go to the podcast, because then there we do not have limitations. We say it as it is, raw and unedited. We have a good time always over there. And now this is a norm. Every other Sunday we'll be streaming live on YouTube. So just keep getting improvement so that we can be able to, all of us, enjoy this football. And I think today's show has been recorded as well, so we will just put it there as well. Thank you so much for listening.
And drop out.
And on that, that's where we come to the end of Football Sunday today. Angie is here with the news. Go out there, enjoy the day, enjoy the football. See you next week on Sunday.
Coleman says police will not